defied multiple summons to withdraw from a Mechanicus facility on Avarax, and we do not know why. Captain Akran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologist before the Tyranids completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data. We shall beat the Hive scum to your target. Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
We might request additional armaments for that Trigon.
Take heed, Viridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter it from attacking. You know.
The Trigon could be anywhere. Close formation.
It dares not assault us if we stand and stride as one.
Infinite Vanguard in place! Rally and relocate, brothers!
Make haste with singular purpose.
That side is the Tunic city. Galaxy is not yours to devour. Close ranks and hunker down. Let them summon aid. Take cover! Crush the ravenous brute! We have trampled the chittering pirates. Launching dragon! the Imperium provides. Here comes the Trigon! This locus gives us a tactical advantage.
A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Meteor's Keep. Our gratitude, Magos Gallio, for the expedited route. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Locations incorrect. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Warpaths never run solo. Rarely is it this literal. Rally at the lift.
Failed at Ultra. That is the last of your filthy sins. Planning to leave for passage.
Ignoel Metrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Something is amiss with this servo skull.
Viridium, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
Irritant signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. It changes nothing.
A morose servo skull is not our problem.
A suggestion, abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Magos biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta-6, if you ever speak to him again.
Let Magos Gallio deal with the wayward servo skull.
The thickness of these walls should provide ample time for the recitation of battle litanies.
We shall pit the strength of a Trigon size against Imperial construction. Throwing anti-armor. Skitter to the grave, Xenos fiend. Tossing crack grenade. That is no order. Steal your mind. Nothing about that servo skull sat right with me.
Once I heard of a servo skull performing songs. I thought it was jest until now.
This ship beats lost in the jump.
Select preferred method of execution. Cavitation. Litigation.
Tyranids his heart. Astartes his heart. He crushed the ravenous brood beneath him.
This is Emperor Scanner. Hereby order you to turn your weapons.
That's not me! This galaxy is not yours! Hard's tactic bred that swarm of Xenos.
I think you are the weakest among them.
The Emperor sees
No Trigon shall compromise our objective. Before the day's end, it shall die at our hands.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Metrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Metrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and stall in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
The Radiant will remain uncompromised. Operation jeopardized.
Status. The facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
This is the wrong path.
Find the melter ordnance with dispatch. Purify the infected tunnels with the melter charges.
Melter detonation materials available.
Weapon schematics obtained. Cleanse those Xenos passages. Another Tyranid menace thwarted.
None of this matters. You will be dead soon.
equipped with a fine instrument of destruction in my hands.
That ready to deploy. Plant the melter charges atop their moldering passageways. You failed at oath.
Annihilate Tyranid rally points.
Xenos writhe and burn in their own fetid trench. Resupply.
Advance towards objective.
There is no...
Inside the facility, you'll find Metrian, cowering in her data enclave.
Gallia, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to views of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Noel, that I must drag you back into the light.
Load up on grenades. Resources acquired.
The Tyranids will digest your flesh and biomass.
Radiate notice. Following through.
Seems like overkill, Gallia. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids, and you do not care.
Metrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power cell. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
Locate generator power cell.
I beseech you, bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good Grox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might comes, of course.
You are redundant functionally. Your Astarte shall die here, alone, in the dark.
For the Imperium of Man! The gun beast is down! Ammunition restocked. Power cell has some charge.
We must reawaken these generators with power cells.
Light and darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disrupt her attempts to connect with our facility's network. Metrian will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles.
Initiate ground console blockade.
I am copies of copies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
Hold this territory. A console claimed.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, or you thrash the deeper you set our hopes.
These tender claws of Astarte's flesh have accomplished nothing. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, peasants.
gravitational gray matter.
The asset does not seem to have anything left to say.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Meridian.
Our banner awaits unfurled. That silenced the Tyranids' violent city. That's not me! Our glorious valor strengthens our Xenos
Rally to me, brothers. Be ready. Through one last maelstrom.
Not even this interminable storm dampens our chapter's colors. Released! See your weapon, our adversary wishes to use their assault. Deny them any advance. Ammunition here.
Rearming.
Where shall I plant this flag?
No telling what surprises await.
I cannot land with that army abomination lurking about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances and Mitrian's meddling code. Trigon vulnerability data pushed to your displays.
Grant this monstrosity non-quarter.
Concentrate firepower on the brakes in its chitin plating.
Locate melter charges and cauterize the high tunnels!
Annihilate tyranny rally station. Trying on the offensive.
Trigon kill confirmed. My congratulations, Meridian. The mission is a success, despite the odds.
Megos, how well did you know Metrian?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.